Hi guys, Gunchip here, and welcome back to my legendary playthrough of Skyrim on the Xbox 360. We're currently looking at the Hearthfire DLC, and if you remember on the last episodes, we've already built two of our homes now. Here's one of them at Heljarchen Hall. We got this from the for becoming Thane of Dawnstar. The other house that we have is here, Winstad Manor, which again we got through becoming Thane of Morthal. And the only one left for us now really to get is the Falkreach one. Now if you remember before, for some reason the quest was glitching out. There was no way for the Jarl to speak to us, because we have a miscellaneous quest here just to go speak to the Jarl of Falkreach. And normally what happens is you'll go to see him and he'll ask you to go and clear out a random bandit camp. Once you do that for him, he'll make you Thane and give you a plot of land for 5,000 gold. But unfortunately, for some reason, it just wasn't coming up in the dialogue options, so I wasn't sure what to do. But thankfully, we finished the Civil War questline. Ulfric Stormcloak is now in charge of Skyrim, and as a result, the change of power in Falkreach, there's a new Jarl, and apparently that little change has allowed me to now continue this quest. So let's get over there and do it as quickly as possible. So first thing I need to do is pick up all my stuff from the chest. Oops. And as you can see, we're weighted down, so let's get the bow out and do the whole aiming down sights to try and move a little bit faster. Okay, now hopefully Shadowmere, there he is. One thing I did, because obviously there's so much for me to try and remember doing this series, is I thought that you couldn't fast travel on horseback, and obviously you can. So we've been spending quite a few episodes making it on horseback to each of the locations, which is fine, but it takes a lot of time. But all you do, if you're on horseback, even though we're overweight, if you go to the map, you can actually fast travel as you would normally. So just for time purposes, let's do that. Let's get over to Falkreach and go see the Jarl about a plot of land. Whoa, hello. Okay, obviously Stormcloak's in charge of this place now. What time is it? It's 8:50 in the morning, so chances are...
What is it?
No, it's nothing. Don't mind me. I'm just trying to drive a horse. So that's the Jarl's longhouse, so let's get in there. Let's park Shadowmere just outside the door, because obviously we're going to be moving at a snail's pace. Now, to become Thane, he's probably going to ask us to help out the locals again. But in terms of Falkreach, we've already done all the quests we can possibly do. So hopefully we should be able to do it quite quickly if I ever get there. There he is, chilling out on his throne. If you remember, the old Jarl was a youngster, and this guy is his uncle.
You're not as dumb as you look.
Thank you, I think.
Enemies and ears, both are everywhere.
Okay, so the only option we really got is there anything else you need, my Jarl?
There is room in my court for a new Thane. It's an honorary title mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could make use of.
Go on.
However, I could only grant the title to someone who is known throughout my hold. You help my people, and I'll make you my Thane.
Okay, sounds fair enough.
On your way, then.
That's so fast. So as you can see, we have to help 3 people. We've already done that. Now, helping people in a hold, you can do it one of 2 ways. You can either engage in quests to go fetch normally a lost item or something like that in a random dungeon, or just by literally, helping a farmer to take in his crops, or mining, or chopping some wood. That actually helps on your tally for quests as well, so it's quite easy to do actually without really getting into any combat. So let's let them know that we've done all the deeds that we can.
Then by my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Falkreach.
What do you mean?
Congratulations. I grant you a personal housecarl.
Okay.
And this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble now.
Very considerate. So we've got another bit of weight to add to our collection. So let's just check it out. Blade of Falkreach, there it is. Burns a target for 10 points, and targets on fire take extra damage. So he's basically given us a crappy iron sword with a crappy enchantment on it. But there you go, whatever.
Mind what you say.
What?
The Empire has ears all over this
They
town.
really don't, dude. They're so totally lost the war and everything. So this is our House Jarl here, which is a fellow Redguard, which is kind of cool.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve
That's
you.
nice. So follow me.
Lead on, Thane. My blade is always yours to command.
Because as you remember, the easiest way to do the whole building of houses is... Oh, there she is. We're looking for the steward. Is to turn this house Carl into a steward, and then once you do that, you can just run to them to buy all the lumber and stone and everything that you might need if you find yourself running short, rather than having to go mine it, which is just boring as heck. So we're going to speak to her. She's become the new steward, so let's speak to Telka.
It's so good to see you again.
Okay, now we could go straight into it and purchase a house, but let's find out a little bit of backstory. So you sound nervous about being the new steward.
I should think so. I'm well used to taking care of a house and the folk living in it. Taking care of the entire hold is another matter entirely. It would be a big enough job without the war on and the dragons about. I just hope I can do right by the good folk who are looking to us to see to their needs.
Don't worry, I'm sure you're doing an excellent job, and the war's over, by the way. So how does a maid become a steward anyway?
Comes down to trust, I expect. After Dengir gave up his seat to his nephew, he didn't trust anyone. Everywhere he looks, he sees assassins, spies, and plots against him. I'm the only one he confides in. So when he was made Jarl again, he didn't wait a moment to name me his steward. He said I was the only choice.
I'm sure you were. Anyway, I'd like to purchase a house, please.
There's no house available, but I could sell you a fine piece of land where you could build your own house.
Ooh, she makes it sound interesting and everything. Again, it's the same price, 5,000 gold, which is about the same price as Breeze Home, so it's not too bad. I'll take it.
You won't regret it. Here's the title to your steading. Follow the road, east from Falkreach, then north at the crossroads. Turn left just past Pine Watch.
Okay, cool. And
Don't judge Dengir too harshly. He's old, but he means well.
okay, just see if there's anything worth stealing in. Oh, hello. Oh, if it's just lying there, it'd be a shame not to. Oop, another one there. Cha-ching. That'll trigger a quest if you haven't already done it. The Legend of Red Eagles. It's quite easy to just come into Falkreach and find that. Take the soul gem. There's another soul gem up there, but it's behind those bowls of beer. Gee, what the heck? We'll just take the bowls of beer as well. Ah, randomly that one's marked as steel. So anyway, let's get out of here. Let's blow this joint and make our way to Lakeview Manor, which is going to be our new home. And to be honest, out of the three Hearthfire DLC sites, this is my favourite, just for the view over the lake, and it's kind of in the middle of nature and all that stuff. So like I said, you're just going to go east and towards Pine Watch, which is another place that we are going to clear out at some point, just not just yet, because there's I think it's a special job that's linked to Pine Watch for the Thieves Guild, so you know, I'd rather not jump the gun. I could get a bow, but there's not much point, because hopefully Shadowmere is still parked outside. Oh, there he is.
So you can cast a few spells. Am I supposed to be impressed?
Yep, you are. So you said east from Falkreach, so let's go, I think it's this way. And I could fast travel to Pine Watch, but where's fun in that? And also, as you can see, there's still a couple of places, believe it or not, that I haven't actually uncovered the location to yet. Like this, I think that's Shriekwind Basin or something like that over there. So we'll just go unlock the location. It makes it easy to go fast travelling. As you can see, it's already showing up on our map. So let's try and get up here as quickly as possible. Because you know me, so far in this series, it's not been that great when it comes to trying to find places. There we go, that'll do. Not really too bothered about actually going in there just yet. So let's rejoin the road, because there's a kind of cool little area that we have to take out. Like a little wooden bridge on it. And that's actually the proper way to get to Shriekwind Basin. You're supposed to go across the little... who are these people? Oh, Vigilante Stender, whatever. They seem to be everywhere, those guys. So here we go. There's the bridge structure I was talking about. And what you do is just go, make your way up to the top, cross over, and that's like the easier way to actually get to where you're supposed to go. But for now, let's get into a bit of combat. Whoopsie, rocks are bad. Sounds like we've got a bear as well. Okay, I've noticed as well with the horseback, the actual archery is pretty off.
Let's see what you've got.
Haha, you fell.
Mercy!
What? Stick him, Shadowmere. Okay. This is a bad idea when you're so overweight like I am right now.
I love a challenge.
I will destroy you.
Whoa! It's in a rock fall. My aim is terrible as usual because it's been about a week since I've played this, so
The best you can do.
there we go.
True Nords never back down.
Okay, let's just check something because my weapon seems to be quite weak. I've got the right bow. Oh, I'm using steel arrows, that could be it. Okay, and we haven't got our helmet equipped, so that might help as well. No, that's the old one, so that was right. Don't worry about the armor rating as well of 1405. It's actually capped at about 567, so you know that's the most you can get. So I'm not sure why I'm so weak. I also sounded like there was a bear or something, but I'm really moving too slow to be bothered to try look for the pelt. So let's just press on because, like I say, I want to try and get my house kind of built this episode if we can. So I'm not even going to loot the bodies, so how's that for trying to speed things up. Ooh, and the sound's gone. Must admit, I've got a feeling my Xbox might be on its way out, to be fair. It's just been really glitchy recently. Okay, so there's Pine Watch. It's kind of a cool location. There's a whole kind of cave system underneath it. Whoa, that looks like a bear. Check it out. I'm looking straight up and the arrow flies off to the left. So that was that almost made me jump. Should I be going to say hello? Or is he just going to stand over the body so I can't reach it? So yeah, our house is just a little bit further up the road, and then we just turn off here. And there's a nurn route normally in this pool with a couple of mudcrabs. So, you know, we might as well kill these mudcrabs because otherwise they'll just pester us later on. Whoa, can't see him. We need the chitin because chitin we use in our potions, especially the anti-dragon potion. So I'll leave the potions in the description as well, like I always do, so that if you do want to use them for yourself, because it's quite good. It basically protects you from pretty much all types of damage. Oh man, I knew that was going to happen. Come on. There we go. And then we're stuck in here. We can actually get out. There we go. So we just follow the path. This is pretty much it. This is where we're going to be building our home. So I'll just give you a quick tour. There's the rock face there, just so if you need to mine any stone. There's 2 clay pits there. The log pile, it basically carries over the amount of lumber you've got from each site, so you don't have to worry about that. This is a site itself, and the only bad thing about it is, if we look just down there, there is actually a sorcerer, and sometimes she'll conjure like a flame atronach that will then just basically fire up at your house if you go onto the porch. So we might as well take her out if I can. Well, the way my archery's been going recently. Oh man, that's typical. Paralysed her. Paralysed her again. There we go. So she's out of the picture, that's great, because she can be a bit of a problem. So let's get over to our workbench and get at least a small house built.
What?
Because
No!
once we get the small house built, we can automatically... What's that moving? There's normally some frostbite spiders around here as well. We can turn her into a steward, and then she'll actually be quite useful. Now, as usual, there is a book that'll explain all the various processors. So, as you can see, my Xbox is just so laggy with everything. The first thing you need to do is, let's skip through this bit, is you have to build a small house. Once you've done that, you can then add on the main hall, and then once you've done that, you can actually personalise it with whatever you want, like for example bedrooms, greenhouse, enchanter's tower, which we've already seen, a storage room, which I'm going to do this episode because we haven't seen that yet. Trophy room we've already seen, that's quite a cool one. The alchemy laboratory, I think we've already seen that as well. An armory I'm going to add onto this property as well. And kitchen, library, and that's it. So it tells you basically what each one does and also what you get with them, which is quite cool. Oh, it's so laggy. And then over in the chest as well, it'll normally give you enough to get started. So for example, there's 30 clay, corundum ingot, iron ingot, and some quarried stone, so we'll take all of that. But what you do is you go to your drafting table and you select the option that you want. In this case, we don't really have a choice. Now you have to crawl over to the carpenter's workbench. I basically start building them. So as you can see, the house foundations, you need sawn logs, we've got 76 of those, and 10 quarried stone, we've got 54 of those. Wall frame, again it's sawn logs and nails. House walls, sawn log, nails and clay. The floor you need quarried stone. The house roof framing is sawn logs. And we've run out of nails, which is typical, so luckily there is an anvil. So all you do is you go down to building materials and just bang out what you need. So I'm going to just do this now and I'll catch you guys in a second. Okay, so that should be enough to get the house done at least, so let's do that. So we'll go left, we've got the roof and the door. And these are all the extras, they're pretty much the same in each house, but they always have one that's slightly different. In the case of Woodstead Manor, it was a fishery. In the case of Hagelden, or whatever it is, I can never pronounce it, Hall, it was the mill, which you can use to make flour. And here it's an apiary where you basically get bees and honey, which isn't that great to be fair, but whatever. So I'm going to build one of each of these. Like I mentioned before as well, you can actually build the smelter and things like that inside your house, but I like to do it outside the house as well, just in case you just want to come here quickly to smith a few items, or smelt some of your gold ore into gold ingots. Then it's just quite quick and easy rather than to go through the load screen of getting into your house and then a further load screen of getting into the cellar. So that's why I do it. So as you can see now, the site has changed quite drastically. We've got our smelter over there. There's the small little house. Same deal as before. You get a little chest as standard, so you can start storing stuff in there. There's a little garden, which I'm sure you remember this from the other episodes. I'm just kind of repeating it, just for people who are new to the series. You just literally activate the fertile soil, and then you can pick whatever it is that you want to plant. And I normally pick, they're not the most beautiful of plants, but I pick the ones that are hardest to find that I use in my potions. Just makes it easier, because then they're on a 10-day cycle as usual, so you can just come back and harvest them whenever you want. And then once you've done it, you can actually change the plants as well and plant something different if you want, so it's quite useful. But really important, if you speak to your follower...
Yes, my Thane. Do you need something?
In this case I've brought my housecarl, but it could be, you know, a follower as well. Sometimes I'll do it. You'll get this option, I need a steward for my house, are you interested? Now hopefully they'll say yes.
I'd be honoured to be your steward. You've built a fine steading here.
And... sorry about that. The reason this is important is it gives you two new options. The first one is really good, which is this one. I'd like you to buy some building materials for me.
Of course. What are we running short of?
Because, for example, if you ran out of lumber, you'd have to go to a sawmill to buy some, which is kind of a bit of a bind. Or you could just pay her, because it's the same price for the same quantity, so we might as well do it. So let's get a few of these.
I'll see to it. Is there anything else you need? I'll see to... Is there anything else you need? I'll see to... Is there anything else you need? I'll see to... Is there anything else you need? I'll see to it at once. Is there anything else you need?
Okay, now she also sells clay, which again you could just mine because it's just over there, but mining's boring as heck and it's really cheap. And she'll also mine stone for you, which is quite good. And again, you can do it yourself. It's not like normal mining. If you go to the rock face, it'll just continually mine until you stop, which is quite good. So you can just, you know, leave it, go away, have a cup of tea, come back, and you'll have all your stone. But let's be honest, we've got tons of gold, and 100 for 20 isn't bad. So I'm going to buy 100 of these.
Certainly. Is there anything else you need?
Okay, that's that.
All right.
And
what do you need?
The other option that's quite useful is you can actually kind of kick-start it by actually buying furniture packs.
Of course. What
now,
room would you like
me
to
a small
furnish?
house, and it's 1,000 gold. But what it'll do is it'll give you the basics. So you know you might as well.
Very good. I'll make all the arrangements.
And finally, I'd like you to make some improvements to the house. This is quite important.
Certainly. What did you have in mind?
As you can actually buy yourself a taxi. I mean, I know you can just, you know, free travel in this game. It's not a problem. But as you're starting out, if you dive straight into the Hearthfire DLC as an early character, then it's really useful because it doesn't just link you to the main cities like Solitude, Windhelm and all those places. It also links you to lesser travelled routes, like for example Dornbridge, Iverstead, where you need to go to the Greybeards. So it's really useful as an early level character. So it's only 500 gold, so you might as well.
Very good. I'll see about hiring a... Certainly. What did you have in mind?
Now, other options are a bard. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one. A horse, which is quite cool. So you know you can have a horse to roam around if you don't want to use fast travelling. A cow, which will give you milk, and then if you kill it, obviously leather. And chickens that give you chicken eggs, which is, when mixed with bone meal and blue mountain flower, is quite a nice little potion for money. So I'm going to just buy all these, and I'll catch you guys in a second. Okay, if we take a look now, it might take a second or two for everything to kind of spawn in.
I am your sword and your shield.
Or we may actually have to go into the house and then come back out again. Yeah, I think that's pretty much how it works. So for now, let's press on. And actually, no, it's coming up to about way past 25 minutes. So I'm going to call it here, guys. We've got our small little house. And coming up on the next episode, we're going to build the additions to the house. The ones that we haven't seen so far. And I hope you join me for that. For now, though, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Take care and peace.